Now, it was reported yesterday that Jeff Sessions, who ironically recused himself in the Russia investigation, had also written a memo recommending the firing of James Comey, who was heading that investigation. Now, he is the Attorney General, and he also got the Deputy Attorney General, a man named Rod Rosenstein, to also write a memo with that same recommendation. So, you know, it came from Donald Trump saying, hey guys, give me a reason to fire Comey. I don't like Comey. He's doing this investigation. He's doing a bad job at doing what I want him to do. So I want you to give me some grounds to get rid of him. Jeff Sessions says, okay, we'll write up this memo. Hey, you, Rod, you need to write one too. Okay. Well, now the Washington Post is reporting that Rosenstein had reportedly threatened or allegedly threatened to quit after the White House cast his recommendation as the sole reason that former FBI Director James Comey was fired. Now, again, Sessions also wrote a recommendation, but nobody seems to mention that. The White House seems to be focusing on Rosenstein's recommendation and reading that. In fact, during the interview with Kellyanne Conway on Anderson Cooper's show, Conway read specifically from the Rosenstein letter. Well, that's very, very interesting. It's like they almost want to not mention or pay attention to the fact that it was also Jeff Sessions who recused himself from doing anything involved with the Russia investigation. Very, very strange. Now, Rosenstein, in his recommendation to President Trump, cited famously the Comey's handling of the FBI investigation into Hillary Clinton's private email server and how it was done wrong. And it was done wrongly. Like, oh, you don't go and do these hearings or these letters. You don't do this in public. Okay. You don't go after Hillary Clinton like that because that's not very nice. That's essentially what their argument boiled down to. Now, we know, of course, that is ridiculous. Nobody happened to believe that. I mean, listen to the argument. It essentially boils down to, we fired Comey because he was very, very unfair to Hillary Clinton. I mean, you know, crooked Hillary. I mean, Mrs. Clinton. Well, you can't have it both ways. Either she's crooked Hillary or she's Mrs. Clinton. You can't really, I mean, look, that was the reason one of the reasons that Clinton says that she lost was the Comey email, was the Comey letter. So on the whole email situation. So it's ridiculous for them to go back and say, well, that was so completely wrong for you to do, James Comey. That's why we need to fire you. Nobody's buying that. Nobody believes that. Okay? Look, the American people, we're not as dumb as Donald Trump is. And apparently not as dumb as Rosenstein thought that we were. So here's what happened. As reported before, Trump had asked Rosenstein and Attorney General Jeff Sessions to put in writing a rationale for firing Mr. Comey. Now, again, that Clinton one's super laughable, and because of that, the Trump administration has since provided several different and new explanations to Comey's firing as this news has gotten out. Now, Trump said on Wednesday that Comey was just not doing a good job. Really, he was not doing, what was he not doing a good job of? Well, defending Donald Trump. Now, he was investigating Trump, and he didn't go after Hillary Clinton. Now, we know that Trump was like, no, we think you're going too easy on Clinton. We want you to go after Clinton even harder. And you refuse to do it. So we're not happy with you about that. Not only that, but we're not happy that you decided to not copy my line and say that Obama had definitely wiretapped me. So we're very, very, very unhappy with you. In fact, in the weeks leading up to Comey's firing, Trump administration officials had also repeatedly urged the FBI to be more aggressive in pursuing leaking investigations in the White House. Again, this is something that Donald Trump has been very, very angry about. Like, these damn people going to the press and saying what's going on in the White House because now we have to fight those fires. We don't like that. Comey, go after him. I actually can't go after him, and I got more important things to go after, like your investigation or investigation into your ties with Russia. I'm going to go after that. Okay, interesting. Now, administration officials also sometimes sought to push the FBI to prioritize those leak probes over the Russian interference case. And other times, urged the Bureau to investigate disclosures of information that was not classified or highly sensitive and therefore did not constitute crimes. So basically, again, like, hey, anybody who's talking to the press, I don't care if it's illegal or not, we want to go after you. Go after him, Comey. Go after him. Comey says, no, I'm not your bitch. I'm going to do what I think is right, and that is go after the investigation into your into Russia. Now, the White House Deputy Secretary Sarah Huckabee Sanders, by the way, who has now been out there instead of Sean Spicer, very interesting fact, said that Comey had committed, quote, atrocities while leading the Bureau. What kind of atrocities? What are you talking about? Look, we know why. It's because he doesn't like this investigation. In fact, it infuriates Trump. Now, I wonder why. I mean, why get so angry over this, over these investigations if there's nothing there? It just kind of makes you wonder. Where there is smoke, there is fire. And unfortunately for Trump, he doesn't seem to be smart enough to hide it. Again, this is a guy who wrote to Comey in the letter firing him, said this: while I greatly appreciate you informing me on 3 separate occasions that I am not under investigation, I nevertheless concur with the judgment of the Department of Justice that I actually told to, and this is not in the letter, but the Department of Justice that you told Jeff Sessions to go and write that, figure out a way for me to get rid of Comey. I concur with the judgment of the Department of Justice that you were not able to lead the Bureau. Why would he say that? Why would he say that? Oh, thank you. I appreciate you informing me 3 times that I'm not under investigation. Why even bring that up? If it has nothing to do with the investigation, why bring it up? Big red flag. When you point that out, it looks suspicious. When you fire people investigating you, it looks suspicious. And when there's a huge backlash from both Republicans and Democrats, and so you decide to throw one of your own guys under the bus, one of the guys who actually wrote the memo you used to justify the firing of the FBI director, you throw him under the bus, again, super suspicious. And look, even if it's just like Donald Trump has some business interests in Russia that he doesn't want to be made public, that he's protecting himself because it may look bad for him politically, well, he's only making it worse by doing what he's doing. He's digging himself in an enormous hole, and it looks like he might not even get himself out of it. Look, Trump is deeply, deeply unpopular. His campaign, his presidency is stinking like a stone. And it's only going to get worse for him. Okay? The White House right now is in panic mode. Trump's in a rage, and his aides are leaking to the press like a sieve. This is not a good situation. You had, again, the press secretary out there hiding around some bushes. Either Spicer's getting fired or he's going to pull the chute. I don't know which. But all I know is that this is not going as the White House had planned, as Trump had planned. And look, I keep saying it, this is an unsustainable situation. This White House is unsustainable. Something's got to give. And it looks like, just from my point of view, that the entire White House is collapsing under Trump's weight. And look, I don't think that it's a matter of if anymore that this administration goes down. I think it's just a matter of when. I could be wrong. This is a lot of speculation, but I do not see this lasting an entire 4 years. We're just over the first 100 days, and already everything is just collapsing. Don't know when it's going to happen, but I'm pretty sure, I'm fairly sure that it is going to happen. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to support truly independent progressive media, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/TYTNation.